Raw feed's the best feed. Sucker free's the movement. Today, somebody got at me, right? And asked me, could I give them my opinion on what a band dog is? and and it's very simple. It's very simple. But at the same time, I could give you the basic ingredients on what a band dog is. But at the end of the day, it's just American Pit Bull Terrier or any type of terrier crossed with a Mastiff. Now, people have their own sauce and they do it this way, that way, that way, that way. That's what makes it so special when it comes to these band dogs. Because a band dog don't have a set standard. It's working attributes that make them dogs be considered a band dog. Band doggy, band dog, exact same shit. Bulldog, bulldoggy, same shit. You know, if you really want to, oh, you got a band dog, well, let me see some AKC, UKC paperwork. You're not asking for a band dog, which is what it seems like you're seeking for is what a XL, double XL bully would be or be considered. A band dog is the working side of that type of dog. But as for my lane, my band dogs are a lot smaller and they have the more American Pit Bull traits, just sprinkled and dabbed with the bando sauce, the way I like it. So a band dog is not really a dog with a set standard. It's really working attributes. If you want to say, oh, I got a pit bull with a mastiff, and yeah, that's a band dog. Well, technically, it is, but to be considered a band dog, it has to have working attributes. Now, when it comes to the working attributes, it's a lot of different scenarios where these dogs could be utilized in that field. And that's the best thing about these band dogs. Like, I salute to the one that pretty much I could say was one of the first ones to have a band dog program on the internet and thriving was an American Sentinel Canine. Like, that individual right there was like one of the ones who was pretty much bread and butter when it came to these band dogs on social media. But it's 2025 and holy shit, it's like so many band dog breeders and people who are even coming to realize that band dog could be pretty much utilized in anything. And this is where I trip out on. If people was to utilize American Pit Bull Terriers in different fields instead of what they were bred to do, who could once say that that dog wouldn't turn on and be man aggressive or be, you know, suspicious of man? It's just that the American Pit Bull Terrier was never used in that field because it was just pretty much based on one sport, I should say. And that's why American Pit Bull Terriers was always considered um animal aggressive, human, friendly towards humans. But at the end of the day, that's not really true. Cause I know some pit bulls that was really, really pit bulls and will fucking bite the shit out of you. So it's just like, it's just what the dogs are pretty much bred to do. If it was looked at in a different field, I feel the American Pit Bull Terrier would have excelled in that type of field as well. Look at now they're hog hunting. I know a lot of people don't like to see American Pit Bull Terriers do like personal protection and all this shit and all that. But hey, I felt, and I always said this, and I always will say this: American Pit Bull Terrier is like a Glock. It's good for anything: personal protection, everyday carry, home defense, duty sidearm. Lock is good for anything. It's just that a lot of people just use them dogs just for one purpose, which is cool. I'm not gonna knock it or talk down about it or not. But when it comes to my shit, like if you guys look at my old videos, man, from my first litter, I had a good 8 litters out of my whole little dog career, I would say, or whatever. Just 8 litters. And you will see a consistency of when these puppies, I swear to you, right before they're going to open up their eyes, I rub them and they have a little vibration to them when I rub them. And I'm like, what the fuck? And I hear these little motherfuckers are already growling at me. And as soon as they open up their eyes, bam, it's on and cracking. And I'm not blowing my own horn, but I'm speaking the real. And it's all documented. The Bando rabbit test. I'm doing it at 6-7 weeks. When Peabody and Hitler were 8-9 weeks. And there's been a consistency with this. A box dog is a box dog. A catch dog is a catch dog. People's thriving on these pedigrees and all this and all that. You got me fucked up if you're going to tell me that if a dog is acting the way it's supposed to act and the way it's showing you and what you're intrigued by, and it's excelling, and you looking at this dog and be like, damn, this shit is right. This shit is good. A motherfucker ain't gonna implement that into the program because you don't have paperwork on it. Like, who are we trying to brainwash? If a dog is working, a dog is gonna be used and used, and it's gonna be in anybody's program if it's having attributes and it's showing that it's up to par to anybody's program, not just in anybody's program, can make that program excel. You think the motherfuckers gonna be like, oh no, I don't know the pedigree, I don't want to do it. You guys are fucking crazy as fuck. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. If you got a dog and that dog is rocking and rolling and catching hogs and doing what the fuck it's doing, on deck, you can be like, oh no, I don't want that dog. It doesn't have pedigree. But at the end of the day, back to the question, American Band Dog don't have a set standard, man. It's pretty much a terrier to a pit bull, bulldog to whatever. It is based on your sauce, But the Band Dog gives you that lane to do so. If it don't act like a Band Dog and you thriving on pedigree and AKC, and you're not looking for a Band Dog, you're looking for a double XL bully, XL bully. That's what you want. A Band Dog is a gritty, gritty dog. Bite your ass. Fearless. Great companion. I can only speak on my sauce. It's just, it is what it is, man. If you can't control it, you can't control that 40, that 10 mil, get a 32, 380, 9. Sometimes my dogs may be too much for the next man or next family. Maybe my dogs ain't what the next person is seeking for. But at the end of the day, my dogs not tuck tail off the rip. My dogs been rocking and rolling with each other since they've been 5 weeks. It's on video. I'm like, what the hell? What the fuck is going on up in this bitch? 7 dogs is all clacked up. That's not no band dog activity. That's not band dog like. That's that sauce. Bando sauce. And I'm out.